Welcome everyone. In this video, I'm going to show my solution for assignment number 14 of ERAV3 course. In this assignment, we need to run LLM inside a Docker container and serve it as a backend API. We need to also run frontend as inside another container, and it will query the backend container. This is the code where I run both backend and frontend inside a Docker container, and we use Docker Compose to run the whole stack. The frontend get exposed locally on 8501 port. The backend runs on 8000 port. We use Streamlit for frontend and we use fast API backend for the backend. There is a generate API in backend which will text your user prompt as an input and the length of the text that I want to generate as another parameter. And the API will respond the generated text. It also has a history API using which you can see all your previous prompts. I had already cloned this code. I use Rancher desktop to run the Docker locally on my machine. So I will just build the container. What it will do is will go inside each backend and frontend folder, and then it will build the Docker container. The backend and frontend has a Docker file inside it, which shows what it will do. So it will copy, it will create a directory, it will install, do pip install of all the requirement dependence packages, and then it will run the code. Similarly, in front end, we are doing the same thing, installing dependency and running the code. Okay, it has successfully built the code and it is running the backend, front end as well as the backend. So let's open both of this. So I will show the history API of backend. There is no prompt, that's why it's empty. This is our front end. It takes the prompt. Let me set a smaller size and I will say generate. So it will query the backend and it will show the response here. I can also fetch the history of all my previous prompt. You can see the same thing on the backend here. This is my prompt. So if I type anything else like if I fetch the history, I can see all my previous prompt. So this is how we host our LLM model inside Docker container and query expose it as a backend API. Thank you, everyone.